Hey everyone, how are you? It's me, Spiritual Dowsey. Hopefully all you beautiful souls out there, you brothers and sisters, are doing great wherever you are in the world. Welcome to my channel if you're new. I appreciate you taking time out of your beautiful and busy day to watch this video, and I hope it resonates with you. And if it doesn't, just take what resonates with you and leave the rest. These are just my truths. They don't have to be yours. Also, if they do resonate with you, please feel free to subscribe and follow me on my other social media platforms like Truth Social, Instagram, Facebook. I share other information on there that might resonate with you or entertain you, whatever. Okay, so we are in the middle of July. We're coming across the supermoon, full moon in Capricorn, and like I said in my July energy update, if you haven't seen that, go check that out. I'll put a link to that at the end of this video. This is about accountability. This is taking accountability and acceptance for the choices you've made in your life, as well as the accountability and acceptance for your emotions. This is truly important as I continue to talk, as well as for the rest of this month and for the rest of the year and in the following years after. Because what we're dealing with is the energetics of the 7 for this month, which is truth. We are dealing with the underlying the overlying energy of the year of the 6, which is around harmony. And those combinations of those energies have certainly delivered some extremely profound energies, news, headlines, catalysts, for all of us in just a very short time period. And I don't know where you've been, if you've been paying attention to the news, but there have been some incredible things that have come out. All right, and here's a list just to name a few. You know, the Shinzo Abe assassination. The prime minister was recently assassinated. Can't believe that occurs or still occurs. That's crazy. You had the Uber documents and the nefarious things that the company was doing with governments and the shadiness that was happening there. How about the Georgia Guidestones being destroyed, right? That certainly feels like a battlefield is being revealed, and there's a battle happening here. About Ghislaine Maxwell, her sentencing, although you would think that the 20-year sentence really doesn't quite make up for maybe the clientele who she used to traffic people to. You would think we would want to know that information, but that really hasn't been in the news. We also had the farmer protests that are happening all over the world, right? Farmers are standing up and fighting against their governments in regarding to the regulations, the restrictions that their governments are placing on farmland and production. And that's a big thing that's coming up and will continue to be a big thing. We had the Sri Lanka government that was overthrown recently by the civilians of that country, or the Boris Johnson resignation recently from the UK. Also, we've had some incredible crop circles that have showed up July 3rd of this month. There were some crop circles that were unveiled. The specific one regarding an energetic, it looks like vibrationally two things coming together or separating. It depends on what your perspective is on that. Highly recommend you go check out those images and see how that sits within you energetically, vibrationally, because to me, it is in vibrational synchronicity to what I have been talking about and what is happening on this planet and what I've been trying to get you to be mindful of in regards to the harmonizing energy as we go along. All right. This is just the beginning, everyone. This is like the landmarking beginning of what is to come, and it's only going to get more intense and more profound and mind-blowing and paradigm-shattering as we go along. Time certainly feels like it's picked up, or it feels like we've been really quickening for some reason. Like I was on vacation last week or two, and it just felt like every day was gone. I'd wake up, I'd blink an eye, it'd be noon. I'd blink an eye again, it'd be time for us to go to bed. Time has been feeling like it's flying by. Also, I don't know for any of you if you've been buying fruit. It was like one day it was fresh, and the next day you would see mold and it was rotten. I don't know if what was happening there, and it just felt like food was just like, it had jumped from fresh to rotten, and I missed the whole period in between. So just be mindful of that in regards to the energies and what is going to be transitioning as we go along. Is that the quickening and the profound news are coming up are going to be is going to just push people and to make them feel like they're going crazy. The crazy are going to get more crazy as we go along. So if you haven't checked out my July energy update, go check it out. Like I said, I'll put a link to it at the end of my video. One of the questions I want to ask you in relationship to truth, in relationship to the energies of truth and things that are coming up and the vibration of what truth has to offer us, is this question. What emotions are you really not allowing yourself to feel? So think about yourself on this. Think about what you go through the day and then what you do or what emotions you are not allowing yourself to feel. Because the energies of this month is really forcing us to face some truths about ourselves that we aren't willing to really accept about ourselves, right? And I talk about in my book, Becoming the Creator, in chapter 4, called Reconnecting with Yourself, I talk about how you really need to pay attention to your emotions, and you really need to honor your emotions, because your emotions don't lie. Your emotions speak the truth of you and what you are holding on to in the moment. It is a guiding light. Your emotions are the truth, a guiding light to the core of you and the beliefs and the energies that you are holding in that moment around that particular event. Right now, the part of truth that we are dealing with, the energy of truth, is acceptance. Acceptance for what is, rather than being in resistance to the truth. When we can accept truth, that's when we can begin to change the perspective on our situation. That's when we can change our paradigm. That's when we can integrate the energy and reshift our synapses, our emotions. We can unravel the whole thing around what we've been avoiding and to really see it for what it is and make changes as we go along. So you got to ask yourself, what emotions as of right now you are not accepting as part of you? Because when you don't allow yourself to feel an emotion, you are essentially not allowing yourself to see the truth of who you are. You are choosing to avoid, repress, and not see the truth of who you are when you don't honor or accept your emotions. All right? And once you can do that, once you accept your truth, once you accept the denied emotion, that's when you can unravel the energy around it. That's when you can unravel the beliefs, the trauma, the triggered response, etc. Right? So many of you are going to be confronted with the truth of who you are and how you feel about yourself this month. And I would say a lot of you are going to be dealing with self-worth and safety issues, things that you never wanted to really feel, or you've just been keeping that to the side and not wanting to feel with that, or feel what that feels like. You do that through certain actions or ways to avoid feeling the unwanted feelings. Everyone does it in different ways. So a question to ask yourself is, what coping mechanisms are you using to avoid the emotional response that you hate? You have to be mindful of that. It's important for us to be extremely mindful of our coping mechanisms that we employ or deploy to avoid feeling the emotions that we don't want to have. So these two things, what emotions are you trying to avoid feeling, and what mechanisms, coping mechanisms, do you use to avoid those feelings? All of those things are trying to get you to avoid looking at the truth. And the truth right now, vibrationally, is trying to be seen, is trying to be heard, is trying to be accepted. And when you can do that, when you allow yourself to feel, when you allow yourself to accept that which is coming up and that what you don't love about yourself, through awareness, through acceptance, through love, through honoring, you can then break the old patterns of which you have unconsciously created over and over through unconscious choice, the same things that you have been dealing with over and over and over. You can then move into a state of awareness through your honoring, through love, through acceptance of the truth of your emotions, and in the moment with clarity say, I see where this is coming from, I honor where this is coming from, and I choose to react or I choose to create in a different manner than what I have done in the past, which is hopefully in more love, in a high vibrational state of peace, joy, and that which is in for your highest good as you go forward. You are essentially breaking the old chemical reaction that you've done in the past. You are breaking the old synapses that you've done in the past. You're releasing the old energetic, emotional energy you've had, and you are changing your beliefs and mental structures around that which that happened before to something new. Something new and better in alignment with love, joy, and peace as you, as the empowered creator, choosing consciously in the moment to do and to move forward with. That's why it's important to acknowledge your truth in your emotions, all right? That's going to be extremely powerful as we go forward, especially in relationship to the things I'm going to be talking about now. I talk about in the July energy update, the metaphor of the hurricane that people are going to be involved in, whether it be their own personal hurricane, the storm that they're spinning around in, and being captured in the collective hurricane and what is transpiring there. I had a dream regarding the law of attraction and having a conversation, a dialogue with many people around the law of attraction. And this ties in with the emotional aspect of things, because people are going to emotionally lose themselves with what's happening in the world. And they're going to be creating their own emotional hurricane and reality, along with getting tied up and emotionally hijacked with what's happening in the collective. But via the law of attraction, what you focus on will manifest in a way, right? It's not the full, complete story of it, but what you say is that what you focus on, what you put your attention on is what you manifest and what you expand on. I bring this up because regarding the hurricane metaphor, Spirit gave to me in the July energy update, and what this dream brought about is that a lot of you can choose, you're never a victim. You choose how you want to expand your energy. You choose how you as a creator want to expand and create with your energy. You can choose to spend your energy, your creative power, your focused intention into expanding things that are based, that create more chaos, more anger, more victim-based mentality, more you versus me fighting, separation. Just more energy and focus into things that expand and continue to create in hurricanes, or add to the hurricane to have it continue to rage on. You can do that. You can befall to your emotions by not allowing and accepting the truth, and to fall into or add to the destructive hurricanes and winds that people are going to be caught up in or creating in their own little world. That can be you. But you have a choice to not do that as well. You can choose to creatively construct things that are in more alignment with peace, joy, and happiness in your life, right? What I would recommend as you go along, as I talk about in my July energy update, is that perhaps through your emotional awareness, what's going on, that you consider discerning and distancing yourself from people who are really caught up in the storm of their emotional, chaotic, mental hurricane. That you instead acknowledge the fact that they are going through those things, and you can bless it. Bless it because they are divine creators creating that reality for their own purpose. But then to choose to use your creative force, to use your creative focus and intention and energy into creating things that are more constructive for your own personal life, rather than the destructive forces that you can fall into or add to, that you have a little bit more control of, right? So choose in the moment to constructively use your energy, your attention, your creative power into the simplicity of the things in life that bring you a smile, that bring joy, that bring happiness, and bring more connection and love into your life. Okay? I say that because I was recently, I spent the day, one of the days here in July, even though the world is in a chaotic storm, a chaotic hurricane of just unbelievable emotional energy and chaos and just crazy stuff. I spent the day hiking up a mountain and watching the sunrise. And throughout the entirety of the day, I felt gratitude and did things that really made me feel happy and brought a smile to my face. Whether that be with my family, just being grateful for being in the moment, being grateful for for the abundance in my life, etc. All the way to when I watched the sunset in the same day. There could be so much stuff happening, but if you intentionally focus on the things that bring you a smile, bring you peace, bring you joy, constructively bring more connection and love in your life, in your own personal life, you can find that in the hurricane of which is swirling all around you, or other people's hurricane and all those things, you can create your own peace on earth. You can find your own calm in new earth of joy and peace that will offer to other people a way for them to get out of their own hurricane, or a way for them to see the truth of who they are and how they're creating their reality. And that's what I wanted to bring attention to, is that you are never a victim. You're never a victim. And you can be a victim and put your energy into that in regards to all the different storylines, all the different timelines, all the different realities that are being portrayed for you to put your energy into. Or you can accept it, bless it, and put your energy and focus into the simple things in life that bring you smile, joy, and happiness, that create that reality, which is heaven on earth for you, even though there is a massive hurricane happening on many different levels: cosmic, planetary, on our own planet Earth, on a collective basis, on an individual basis, etc. So I hope that helps you. Just know as we go through the rest of July, it's going to be crazy, and you're really going to need to pull out all the tools that you've learned, that you've accumulated over the years, to help you really become a master or calm through these things. And your emotional response, your emotions are going to be really important as you go through in regards to the truth of who you are and how you are adding to these hurricanes via the law of attraction and your attention as you go forward. I love you. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.